Oh, what's going on, everybody? It's Jake from the Down the Middle podcast, and it is time for the next episode of Weekly Wrestling Wrap Up. This has become a lot of fun for me walking down memory lane, and this one in particular. Oh, there are so many names we mentioned, just that were most of them anyway, were just really big stars at this time. If you're a newer wrestling fan, you honestly mean like, do you remember or know of the following? Mr. Kennedy, the Highlanders, great tag team, Snitsky, Candice Michelle, Matt Striker. You might, if you were a Lucha Underground fan, you probably know who Matt Striker is. The Boogeyman, Balls Mahoney, Stevie Richards, Chris Masters, Jimmy Wang Yang. I miss Jimmy Wang Yang, man. Jimmy Wang Yang was awesome. Eugene, Deuce and Domino, missed them too. They were fun. Torrie Wilson, Victoria. I miss Victoria. Victoria was great to watch. You also get to hear us, well, not us, Nick specifically, talk some massive shit about a young Miz, which is really strange now. But you have to understand, at the time, like, oh, he was just insufferable. Like, he was terrible. You love to hate him, and he was playing his part very well. It's weird now to compare the two. It's just massively strange. I kind of got a week off in this episode. You don't really see me until the end. The mystery put forth at the end of the previous episode, and Nick's assault with the pan, which, by the way, yes, that did make contact. I can't remember if I addressed it, and we did it more than once. But ironically, we went with the first take, which was the best one. Yes, did make contact, didn't hurt at all. I hate to ruin kayfabe for everyone, but yes, I will be hit with the pan, not just me, several people will be hit with the pan in coming episodes. One final note before we get the episode rolling is there's a segment at the end where there's an email address. Do not use that email address. It no longer exists. I'm sure you're pretty pretty obvious. This was back in 2007. But feel free to comment because this has been a lot of fun for me going down memory lane. It's very weird looking at my 20-year-old self. I'm 37 now. Yeah, I feel so old. Anyway, here's the episode. Hope you enjoy it.
Greetings, Weekly Wrestling Wrap-Up fans. I'm Hot Stuff Joey Holmes.
And I'm Nick. BAM! Kidding! I'm joking. And these are what my shoes look like. Okay. Ready to do the show, Joe?
I'm ready to do the show, Nick. Alright, let's do the show. Too much coffee.
Are you wearing your shoes?
Yes, I'm wearing my
You're
shoes.
wearing
Nick.
your shoes.
I'm wearing both shoes, Nick.
Because if you're not wearing shoes, you'll be breaking the rules.
I didn't mean to break any rules. I'm not. I'm wearing both shoes.
Okay. I trust you.
There's one.
That's proof.
I'll show you the other later.
Okay.
As you probably noticed, we are not filming from our normal location because Nick, my new broadcast partner,
No, partners.
I'm sorry, Nick and
Peter.
Pam
Clever.
have requested that the show be filmed from his house from now on. And after what occurred last week, I don't feel like arguing with him about it because I'm a Buddhist.
And mi casa es su casa.
Was it Spanish?
French. Actually.
I can see that. So, alright, as we do every week, we start with Raw, which Raw's been going since 1912.
Yeah, it's a good year.
You're the Titanic sank.
It's a good year.
And when Mondays were first recognized on the
Titanic
calendar.
Mondays,
Yep.
good year.
Before then, it was just Tuesday through Sunday, and it was confusing. So
Guess they didn't know what to do on Monday.
that's right.
No wrestling.
No,
What are
and
we gonna do?
they didn't have the Mad Mondays. Okay. In the opening bout, it was King Booker versus Bobby Lashley, which Kennedy interfered, and match wasn't really going that well anyway. So that set up a tag match for later in the night. Bobby and a mystery opponent he got to pick versus Kennedy and Booker. Now, just to get it out of the way, everyone figured it would be Cena, but Cena was on Larry King talking about Chris Benoit, even though WWE cleverly just said, John Cena is doing an interview with Larry King. That's it. So, way to go, WWE writing staff. You really covered it up well. Umaga, the Intercontinental Champion, defended his title against Rocky Balboa and completely killed Rocky Balboa, which saddens me because I'm a Rocky fan. Not of Santino Marella. I mean Rocky, Sylvester Stallone from the movies 1 through 6.
Well, 1 through 4 and then 6.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Caden Murdoch had a pretty good showing against the Highlanders. The Highlanders lost. I was surprised. Snitsky fought Super Crazy. I don't like Snitsky. I will never like Snitsky. I won't invite him to Thanksgiving. Unless he brushed his teeth.
No stovetop for Snitsky.
No, not at all. Not this year. And Dusty Rhodes, and I'm going to do my best to try and do a Dusty Rhodes impression for y'all.
Let's do it.
Okay. Alright. Dusty Rhodes, me, the American Dream, came out to the ring to speak to Randy Orton because Randy Orton disrespectful to me, my son. So I challenged Randy Orton to a match at the Great American Bash, which I invented. A Texas bull rope match, baby. It is for the people. I am the American Dream. He is a legend killer. He ain't gonna kill this legend. He's not gonna kill the dream. So, that was it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I impressed myself. His son came out and smacked Orton. Orton, the coward that he is, left the ring. I actually just thought of something to say about this. Nothing against Dusty Rhodes. He's been my all-time favorite wrestler. Not taking away from comments I made from the past about other favorite wrestlers, but it's funny how Orton, who is one of the biggest superstars in WWE at the moment, is just shuffling around mid-card status because he's an idiot. So, Randy Orton, big 2 thumbs down. 4, because you suck. So I hope Dusty Rhodes chokes you out with the bull rope at Great American Bash. Paul London won against Shelton, and a girl named Phoenix, Jillian Hall, took on Mickie James, and the women's champion,
Michelle.
Candice Michelle.
Candice
That's
Michelle.
right. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm saying it's making my nose itch.
I know. It's all that coke we do. All right. Mickie James and Candice Michelle came out on top, and it sets up for the Melina-Candice Michelle rematch at Great American Bash. Hot.
Hot.
It'll make me drink. And then
So
cry
honest.
because I'll know they'll never get a woman like either of them.
No.
Yeah. You might.
No.
The main event was Kennedy and King Booker versus Lashley, and he chose his partner, Jeff Hardy. Turned out actually to be a very exciting match with, of course, the fan favorites, Lashley and Hardy, coming out on top. Next week, Lashley and Cena will come face-to-face. Chills.
That's my chills.
He's dead chills. Yeah, Dusty Rhodes get chills when he don't have a blanket. You know, that's all.
Chills make my nipple itch.
Nipples itch. It's something about your house, man.
Fuck.
All right. I guess next we'll go to the ECW segment with Nick, but
And
Peter Pan
clever.
again.
More clever.
But I had to ask. I'm sure the fans are wondering. Where's Jake?
Ken, welcome to the ECW segment of episode 5. So ECW started off pretty interesting. Started off with Mr. Striker coming out to the ring and calling out Boogeyman from the attempts from last week, which consisted of the worms and the birthday cake shoved in his face. I don't know. I mean, you've seen this. You've seen this done a lot of times in all the wrestling shows, all this stuff from way back in the day. I've seen this a million times, but still, it doesn't really lose its flavor because of who the characters are. Anyways, Striker comes out, calls out Boogeyman. Boogeyman comes out. They kind of do this little run around the ring thing. Striker then pulls out something I didn't even see coming. Comes out with a secret weapon, Big Daddy V. If you remember from back in the 90s, big fat cat named Viscera. Dude comes out, completely mauls Boogeyman. Dude doesn't have a shot, puts him through not only a desk, 2 times through a chalkboard outside the ring. Boogeyman is knocked out cold. So that ends the first segment. Now, one thing I forgot to mention on, ECW gets new theme music. It was Bodies or whatever overplayed crap that they usually use. Hooks it up with something new and fresh. Marilyn Manson, this is the new shit. Personal opinion, I love it. Not a Manson fan, but whatever. It fits it really well. I thought it was pretty bitchin'. But what do you think? Cool. I thought the same way. Okay. Second match of the night. Well, actually, first match of the night. I'm all jacked up because I'm so fucking excited. Balls Mahoney, one of my ECW favorites, versus whoever this Elijah Burke cat is. Anyways, long story short, Elijah Burke wins, pinfall. I'm not happy with it. I give that a 2 out of 5 on the Nick scale. Not really too cool with it. Balls Mahoney's been around the ECW game for quite a long time. I think he deserves a hell of a lot better than this. He doesn't deserve to have just the first match of the night. He's a really well-known figure around the Federation. Everybody knows him. He's got his own characteristics. You'd think he deserved a little bit more than just one match of the night where he loses to some punk ass that doesn't deserve a shit. That's my own theory. Copywritten. Don't steal it. Second match of the night, we got Stevie Richards versus CM Punk. CM Punk, mixed feelings about him, whatever. The match actually didn't really go too well. Actually, it did kind of go really well. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It was decent. It was a good match. CM Punk wins, puts the GTS on Richards, pinfall, nice and easy, fair match. CM Punk wins. Stevie Richards, he's the dude's underrated. I mean, the dude's been around for at least 10 years. He's been in WCW, ECW, a little bit in WWE, WWF. I'm sorry for saying that. Don't want to piss off the panda huggers. But Richards, he's been around for so long, he doesn't have the character that he should have, but he's an incredibly athletic character in wrestling, and he deserves a hell of a lot better. Once again, my own theory. Let's see, second match of the night, or third match of the night, completely pissing me off. Some little freshman, The Miz, comes out and takes on Nunzio. Nunzio, again, is somebody who he's been around for a while. His name's not really too well known. This Miz dude is a total bitch. And if you're watching, you're a bitch. You are a bitch. Bitch. So this dude comes out thinking he's all hot shit because he was on some reality show or whatever like that. Get this, the dude actually wins the match. And it was like flawless. He doesn't have a shot in real life because he's a pretty boy bitch. He doesn't have any talent. He's got looks. He's like the Justin Timberlake of wrestling. He just comes out there. It doesn't matter if he's got any damn talent or not. He looks pretty. He doesn't have a character. And his wardrobe looks like crap that I used to wear in high school during my gothic days. He's got like Jinko jean shorts on. He can't wrestle. He doesn't have any talent at all. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. His finishing move is called the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, fuck you. That's all. That's all I got. It's whatever. I'm not even going to go into that. Miz wins. Fuck him. Final match of the night. Something I was totally looking forward to the entire night. Tommy Dreamer versus Johnny Nitro. Extreme Rules match. Totally something I was waiting for the whole week. Match begins. I look up at the clock. It's 10:57. Giving me hope that this match is going to maybe last 5 minutes long. So I flipped on the MLB All-Star game. Alfonso Soriano blasts a home run in the ninth inning. Almost wins the game. Totally bitching game. Anyways, I flip back to the match. Tommy Dreamer's got so much talent and potential. The cat's been around for so many years. He's been through all these hardcore matches. As soon as WWE comes along, takes over ECW, totally gets shits on. He doesn't get enough time. He doesn't get enough action. Long story short, again, he loses the match in a completely disgraceful way. He trips and falls and hits his face on a chair. It's Tommy Dreamer, for Christ's sake. You'd think something more than a little chair trip to the head is going to take this dude out. Whatever. Bad scripting, bad writing. Match, my opinion, still gets about a 3 out of 5. It's pretty decent. Some pretty cool hardcore stuff on there. But you got dudes on this show now. Johnny Nitro. You got The Miz. You got whoever Elijah Burke is. You know what ECW's doing? They don't have enough time. They don't have enough talent to do anything anymore. What they need to do, they need to look back in the catacombs of wrestling history and pick up all the talent that brought in all the ratings that were true pioneers of wrestling. I'm talking about Dennis Rodman, Glacier, Demolition 2000, Gilbert. Who else? Dave Arquette, Larry Zbyszko. Ray Charles was even in WrestleMania 2. Now those were the real pioneers of wrestling. Vince, you hear me out on this? You want good ratings? Bring back the juice. I'm Nick. This is Peter. Peace!
CDZ Collegia Musica is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. It is a kind of school of music, a concert series, and an agency that promotes the musicians, dedicated artists, and educators who we feature as our performers. The goal of the Collegium is to bring community together through music performance. These performances vary in musical style from classical to jazz, and music from different parts of the world, from India to the Middle East, that'd be like Persia, and Japan, and China. The goal is to also educate us to how music functions not so much as a musical universal language, because there are differences in the way that these languages of music are expressed, but to educate us to be able to be more appreciative not only of the music but the culture it represents. And by doing this, it brings community together.
Hello, I'm Hot Stuff Joey Holmes. This is your TNA/Smackdown wrap-up. TNA's on Thursday, Smackdown on Friday, Thursday before Friday, Friday is not before Thursday. Been drinking. I'm actually tired. I'm not awake, so let's go. On TNA, it's right before Victory Road, so nothing much really happened. Abyss spoke for the first time. Who gives a shit? I don't care that Abyss spoke for the first time. He just... Let's see what he said. This is exactly what he said. Tomko, Styles, 3 days, Click, Doomsday. Is he inbred or something? He can't talk better. But, I don't know. I know what they're trying to do. They're putting Sting with him, and they're trying to make Abyss human, more appealable to fans and kids and old people and women and aliens. I don't care. Just stop it. Just stop it. That's my big stop it of the week. That's something new here. It's going to be stop it. Kurt Angle stole a win from Samoa Joe and their 8-man match. Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, and Team 3D versus the Christian Coalition. Awesome name. Rhymes. Kurt Angle pretty much stood on the outside the entire time and then snuck in, tripped up Samoa Joe, and won the match because he's a bitch. So... I give Angle nothing. That's it. They just announced a bunch of other matches for TNA. Alright. To SmackDown. Get out of here. TNA. SmackDown this week. It's getting close to Great American Bash, but here we go. Chris Masters versus Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy won. MVP came in like a little bitch. And Masters put Matt Hardy in the Master Lock. Masters, I'm so proud of you. I mean, you've put your 100th person in the Master Lock this month. I can just see Chris Masters walking down the street. Hey, I'm Chris Masters, and putting people in the Master Lock, even old women. Can you help carry my groceries, young man? Master Lock. Stop it. That's my second stop it of the week. Jimmy Wang Yang, who I doubt is from Texas, lost to Finlay. And I'm happy because Finlay's an actual wrestler. Jimmy Wang Yang is a character who has some good high-flying moves. Screw it. Stop it. The Major Brothers had a pretty good tag match with Chavo and Noble. I'm not going to tell them to stop it because I think they're the best up-and-coming tag team in WWE right now. And maybe in wrestling at the moment. They're just an old-fashioned tag team, and they're lovely. Batista and Khali had a contract signing. They do this to add heat to a match that didn't have any heat because they just threw it together. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this match turns out at Great American Bash. Batista, I hope you might win. Khali, I hope you might win too. But I don't see this rivalry going on for very long because this is not going to. And this is going to be something else new for the program this week. I'm going to have my classic folly of the week. This week goes to Eugene. Now, we all know Eugene's a little bit on the slow side. I don't make fun of him for it. He's kind of funny! But he talked to Deuce and Domino, and they convinced him that they let me ride in their car because he was going to fight Deuces or Dominoes. They both look alike. That's not a racist joke. They're just both Italian. Yeah, and they let him ride in the car to the match. Who came out? The Big Bear, Mark Henry, and destroyed Eugene because Mark Henry weighs 800 pounds. Eugene weighs $150, and stuff's breaking everywhere, but it's all right. Eugene's broken, so I give him the classic folly of the week because he's an idiot, and he's wearing pajamas to the ring and a cape, and he does it, and he's considered a hero. I do it, I get arrested. I just wanted to go into Walmart one time with a cape, and they kick me out. It's not fair. And then Torrie Wilson had a really bad match with Victoria, and she won by countout. Whoop-de-frickin-do, Torrie. You're what, like 24 now? So you're too old to be a diva, so go. Edge held a Mardi Gras celebration, which was actually quite hilarious. And man, I didn't see it coming. My God, I didn't see it coming. I thought Edge has been popping up, Kane's been popping up all night. I didn't think he was going to pop up during the Mardi Gras celebration, but he did. I didn't see it coming. Edge speared the wrong person. My God, that's never been done before. And then Kane popped out of his mask. Oopsie. Last time he did it, ruined his career. So, and then Kane kind of beat up Edge, and then for some reason, the dumbass Mardi Gras people started to attack Kane. Little 4'0" people going, I'm gonna attack Kane! And they attacked him, and they got his ass kicked, and chokeslammed, and clotheslined, and whatever. And Edge escaped again, unharmed, untethered, and his Mardi Gras celebration was ruined. So, sorry, New Orleans fans. Mardi Gras was cut short this year. I'm so sorry. So, that was it for SmackDown. I want you to get out.
Dude, you're not wearing a watch.
And we're back. Okay. Alright. This is the end of the show. Thank God. So, what we usually do at the end of the show is we have a memorable match of the week. And because we want to, our memorable match of the week is from Survivor Series 06, just last year. It was one of the classic Survivor Series elimination matches. Team DX versus Team Rated RKO. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I was yawning trying to hold it in.
Okay, excitement. Yawns are exciting. Or show excitement. It was funny because Team DX just completely wiped out Team Rated RKO. I mean, no one on Team DX got eliminated. It was just a clean sweep for the babyfaces.
Hands down.
But it was an awesome match. It was a fun match. And WWE hasn't had a lot of those lately. I didn't just say that. I did. That's our of the week. So, that's it. We hope you enjoyed the show.
We did. It was a pleasure having you in my home, and hope to see you guys around again sometime.
Yeah.
Take your shoes off.
Talking about shoes.
Seriously. Off. At the door.
I want to move for some chicken soup.
Want some soup?
I want some soup.
Hey, Joey!
What?
Get the ladles!
Hello fans, I'm Hot Stuff Joey Holmes, here to remind you to not stop sending us emails or comments. We want any comment that you can send us about our shows, whether you love us or whether you probably hate us. Send us your comments, any emails, anything to let us know what you feel about the show, whether we should keep going with it or whether we should stop it. So, what you gonna do?
Where the hell am I? Oh, fuck. Jake,
Who the fuck said that?
are you wearing shoes?
Yeah. Wait, but who the fuck is that?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think. Dude, who is that? Where am I, man? What
Jake, do you like the clothes I left for you?
Actually, this one's pretty cool.
I designed that.
Who are you? And why am I in some creepy, bleached out room?
Well, I don't think we have to worry about wrestling wrap-up anymore, Jake.
You're not serious.
Do you like board games?
What are you getting at?
I've got Trivial Pursuit.
No!